Good morning, everyone. My name is Shubh Sharma, and let's start with our pre-market analysis. Now, first thing I'm going to say, I'm sure you can observe there's a problem with the lighting, but I will try to solve it as soon as possible. So now that we have got this out of the way, let's start with our analysis. Now, if you look at Brent crude now has corrected sharply from 112, 114 levels to $92 per barrel. So it is a very healthy, it is a very good for our market and geopolitical market. If it sustains below $85, even below $87, $88, it will be very positive for global market. However, there has been some news and there have been some confusion between the global updates. So for example, US and Iran. If I have to give our latest news about the US and Iran, that Iran and US negotiator has came on a deal and they have agreed on a 60 days of ceasefire. So USA and Iran negotiator has came to a conclusion for a 60 days of ceasefire, but they are still waiting for Trump approval. So this is the latest news between the USA and Iran. We have to watch it very closely. Second thing, that Iran has fresh attacked on USA base embassy in Kuwait. So these are the major updates. These are the latest updates that are coming of the war between the USA and Iran. On one hand, the Iran is attacking USA embassy in Kuwait. On the other hand, JD Vance is saying that the USA and Iran negotiator has came to an agreement for the ceasefire for 60 days. So these are the two things. So major confusion is there amongst the investors. So we have to watch these news very closely. Right? Asian markets are mostly flat except Nikkei. Nikkei is up by 1,200 points. Now SGX Nifty showing a flat opening. Brent crude is now at $92 per barrel. US market, if you look at except Nasdaq, everything was flat. So Nasdaq gained around 250 points. If you look at Dow Jones, S&P 500, they all closed very flat. Now FII, on previous session, yesterday our market was closed. Day before yesterday on FII, they have sold close to 1,000 crores. And DII, domestic institutions, they have bought close to 3,000 crores. So regardless of anything, FII are the net buy sellers. The reason is, look at the rupee. Rupee is now again at 96 rupees, right, against dollar. So rupee is still very high. The taxation is not at all in favorable for the FII. Let's see what our finance minister will do for the taxation part. Now let's talk about Nifty and Bank Nifty. So yesterday Nifty closed at 23,900. The support now at 23,800 and resistance 24,200. And Bank Nifty closing was around 54,800. The support now is at 54,100 and the resistance now is at 55,000. However, Bank Nifty looks stronger as compared to Nifty, but Nifty has to close about 24,000. Keep it safety margin of 200 points. So 24,200 is the resistance for Nifty. Closing above 24,200, I will say that yes, Nifty has now turned from sell on rise to buy on dip. So clearly still it's a no trade for me. I will sit back and watch the market. Today is Friday, Saturday, Sunday is holiday. So any global update will bring a big gap down or big gap up in the market on Monday. So avoid for today. If you find any intraday move, yes, sure, you can go ahead, do scalping and everything. But scalping and all is not at all my cup of tea. I like positional trading. So positionally, not at all any trade on index. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned a lot and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye and take care.